Well, you were in school. Was math your strong suit? I mean, even if it was, the way kids learn today is totally different. We had to sit down with our first graders teacher to walk us through how they educate them.
Explain this again?
Yeah.
At Mathnasium, they say, we make math make sense. And that is true for elementary, middle, and high school students.
Yeah, it is. But how do they do this? Carrie Paulin and Teresa Rademacher are here to explain. Thanks for stopping in this morning.
Hi, Teresa.
Good morning.
It's nice to meet you.
It is. Mathnasium. This is an interesting concept. Can you explain what it is?
Sure.
Yeah, well, Mathnasium was founded by Larry Martinek. He's a former LA City Schools math teacher. And he developed the concept of Mathnasium, opened his first one back in 2002 in the Westwood, California area. Today, there's over 700 of them in North America and worldwide.
And including yours in West Omaha.
Including
we'll make sure
ours in West Omaha.
You know where to find these two here in the area, because even on your way in, we had guests stopping you saying, wait a minute, explain to me, here's my card, my kiddo, and math, because this is such a common issue for families. What is unique about the approach that you take that so many people are eating it up and that it's working as well as it does?
Well, we actually do make math make sense, and we're able to do it in a fun and engaging way that relates to the kids.
Well, there's an ability that you define as number sense, right?
Yes.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
Number sense is the ability of a person that can count from any number, to any number, by any number. They can break a number into halves, quarters, eighths, tenths. They can compare any two numbers by subtraction or division. And then finally, they have an understanding of the concepts of wholes and parts.
We have two triangles.
Yes.
And so I want you to, because our viewers are going to look at this and go, oh, what am I seeing? So explain this for us,
So
what
if you
these two represent.
look at the one triangle, you see a lot of things in equation format, and then the other triangle is more visual format.
Right.
At Mathnasium, we all understand that kids learn different ways, and as adults, we all learn different ways. And it's just trying to understand, in the top part of that triangle, we're talking about the art of counting. Bottom left is proportional thinking, and on the right is wholes and parts. And it's teaching all these concepts together so kids see the relationships in the way math is presented in its different forms.
You just mentioned the art of counting, which makes me think of another image that we have that's sort of like this idea of ripples, right?
Yep.
The core and then all of these expanding circles around it. What can we learn from this?
So everything that you saw in the triangles about number sense, this is Mathnasium's core curriculum, and you can see that we start with counting, and then we're teaching kids to count and understand how to count through grouping, and then you can see all the fractional concepts, proportional thinking concepts, and all that is fundamental for any student to have success in algebra when they get into middle school and high school.
Yeah, and I imagine some of the students you have come in, some of them are kids who are doing fine in math, but their parents want them to excel.
Yes.
Some of them may be having some specific challenges. So how do you know where to start with those kids who are maybe having some difficulties with math?
So we give them an initial assessment to see where there might be gaps in their education, and then we build a custom program designed around it to fill in the gaps while also being able to keep them engaged with what they're doing in the classroom as well.
Yeah, because I think a lot of kids probably, they do well enough to pass the class, but they never really wrap their heads around it. So when you're talking about things like algebra, trigonometry, calculus, like this stuff, I mean, if you don't fully get it and then you're moving on to college ultimately, like that, the consequences start to stack up. Kids get overwhelmed.
Yeah, but math is foundational in its nature, and all the higher levels of math that kids might struggle with in high school, it usually roots back to something they don't fully understand from 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Wow.
And some kids, they may say, hey, I'm out of here if it's not fun.
Right.
That's why you guys make it fun, right?
That's right, and that's what makes Mathnasium unique. Our founder believes that it's not that kids don't like math. I hear a lot of parents say, well, my kids hate math. It's not that they hate math. What they hate is the frustration and intimidation that might come from math. And at Mathnasium, we're trying to eliminate that by making it fun.
I compare it to music when you're taking piano lessons and they keep teaching the classical songs when all you want to play are the rock songs.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the same concept.
What kinds of improvements have you seen? Students who are coming through your doors, they're in one spot, you work with them for a little bit of time, and then you see them blossom. Any success stories you can share?
Yeah, we haven't been open that long, but I have a couple to share. One of them, I had a second grader that showed up when we opened for summer named Jack, and when the mother drove up to the center, he looked up and saw the sign and wouldn't even get out of the car. And it took the mom about a day or two to convince him to come on in. We assessed Jack, developed him a customized learning plan, After about 3 or 4 days in the center, the folded arms became unfolded. He started showing up 3 days a week, and it completely changed his frame of mind on math in general, which just is a big win for us. Another student named Sammy, who's still a student today, she came to us beginning of the school year, beginning of summer, assessed at around 32% at the end of the second grade year. She just post-assessed about a month ago at 78%.
That's fantastic.
In
These
just
sessions,
a couple of months.
In just a
and
couple
these
of
sessions, are
months.
they specific times? Do you make appointments? Are they? Did you just drop in? How does this work?
Yeah, it is a drop-in. So the only time that we make appointments are for the initial assessments.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's about what's convenient for you. I think that's cool. You guys know that families are busy. They've got a million things going on. So this is about fitting it in where it makes sense for you. And in fact, we've got this special offer. If you've heard about Mathnasium, or maybe this whole thing is brand new, but you want to give it a try, enroll in a 6-month or longer program, and you'll get a $100 credit. So we mentioned West Omaha. They're in the Hy-Vee Shopping Plaza at 180th and Q. The number to call is 402-452-3001. And then the website, there's a ton of information online about what they are, about their approach, and maybe that's a great place for you to start, just to kind of get your feet grounded and then go in and see them.
Yeah, we know math is one of the foundations for learning, so it's important to get that down.
Yeah, now more than ever, I believe. Now more than ever.
Right, STEM, everything. Guys,
Yeah.
thank you for being here.
Thank you
Good to
very
see you
much.
guys.
It was a
Thanks a
pleasure
lot.
meeting both
It's
of
our
you.
pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
We'll reach over. Thank you.
Thanks.
You want